The dangerous part is that the goal is to make the city great and then show it to the world and prove it every day for the rest of our lives, and have everyone come up and kneel before me and say, "Great job, you really made something amazing." Set in his face are two eyes of hazel flecked with literal gold.
The need was for 200 bounded wands. It seems that we've already approved that, but 100 is already exceeding the budget we set forward at the beginning of the quarter.
Alessander, it's the replenishment.
It's
the replenishment, Alessander. We are a symbol of the riches of our city, right? And should we limit ourselves, we limit the potential of Avalier. So, Alessander, you're going to find me in your brilliance 100 more wands, I have no doubt.
Perhaps I could reach out to the...
Yes, you could. There are calls that could be made, friends that could be nudged.
There are wands in storage for the Sorcerer's University. If you wish, I can... But the children will have to go... If I move the wands from there and there...
We'll have a whole month to acquire new wands before the city sets off.
Yes.
Alessander, this is not a problem worth dealing with.
All right. Sorry, Guildmaster.
Alessander, do not apologize. These are the questions that need to be asked. However, they have solutions.
I see business is booming.
Oh, loquacious, indeed. Here at the replenishment, the Golden Scythe and Avalier along with it have never been better.
I was told that we needed to forestall their payment by some time. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Just for, through the replenishment. By the time we are back in the air, everything will be in order.
Do they have to wait the entire month while we're terrestrial, or?
I mean, hopefully once certain debts are paid, given after this, upon our return, certain debts will be paid, which will hopefully fill coffers, which will free things up. But right now, Bodrin, I really... we need to keep this one on hold. Where's the rarest place in the world I could acquire a tree from?
Oh, wow.
So sick.
Okay, at this time, Marquette is not yet desert. So the rarest magical tree you can find is in the thick jungles of Marquette, many days' journey past the nearest village, deep into the wilderness.
So we got one of those.
You see a scintillating tree. So hundreds of brightly colored arcane scarecrow automata carrying a tree whose bark is twinkling lapis lazuli and whose leaves are a deep, almost black purple that continuously blooms into enormous, bright, the lightest pink blossoms all over the tree. The man who walks in bears terrestrial mud on his black leather boots.
Can I snap for 2 hobbadobs?
Yeah.
Clean the man's boots. This is the Palazzo Porco.
It seems that there might be a surplus of ether this year. And I was wondering if you were the man to come and speak to about that.
Magister, I do not know to whom you speak, who felt so comfortably embracing rumor as if it were fact. But this is not the case, and you have come to the wrong person. And I would ask that you excuse me, as I have much to do with regard to the replenishment. Paisha, yes. I must ask. Mm-hmm. You know that I am happy to make allowances for certain members that are perhaps not entirely recorded in the guild's records.
Before you can get a beat on any of them and do your intense first night grilling, a fucking juggernaut of a 30 deception check comes wheeling in, and I'm gonna say the force of Nydas' personality completely directs the rest of this scene. Sphinx walks up and says, hello, I understand that I've been brought here for the parade of beasts. I am, of course, a speaking and thinking creature.
Of course. We completely understand.
Yes.
We completely understand. The title Parade of Beasts is archaic in many ways.
Yes.
From a time when the riches of Avalier were not so that we would be graced by the presence of one such as yourself.
The Sailor and Marines of the Harvest Moon, your merchant company, they saved the enchanted glade in which my maze can be found, and and I said I owed them a boon, thinking that I might, in a time of need, come to their rescue. And they said, are you free on this date for the parade of beasts?
And what ease it is for you that you need not give of yourself in any way. We simply ask that you parade. That's it. Yeah. Is the Sphinx actually pitching alts on his roar, or was that your creative solution?
No, that was my creative solution. The Sphinx is actually just sort of sulking in a corner.
Oh, well, that's more of a problem.
Oh, sorry. I just thought he just seemed.
But do you have some ideas for alts on a roar?
All glory to Avalier?
Oh, that he would yell that instead of roaring.
Maybe he could do both. I don't know. It's a long parade.
Honestly, Alessandra, I'm sorry for shooting this down. This is good. Let's go talk to that Sphinx.
They've been asked by Loris of the Weaver's Mask to not allow any entrance. Has he given you entrance to enter?
He has. Yes.
Give me the deception check, baby.
Let's go. 26?
Oh, okay. Pretty good.
She says, incredible. The arch. You see that the warriors behind say, Guildmaster, is this so? You have been given leave to come?
Of course. It is key to the replenishment and our aims. We are all in Congress around our shared goal. Loris, Xerxes, myself.
Even you know, Nydas. Listen, man, you've been keeping 10,000 plates spinning, and even you are like, I'm way out on a limb on this one. I'm way the fuck out here on this one.
I need 4 automatons right now.
Guildmaster, I truly loathe to be this person. Impossible. It is the eve of the replenishment. Everything is spoken for, my lord.
Can you requisition, in your special way, 4 of the prototypes we've been working on for the city? Right? I'll take them this evening, and we'll likely have them back on the morrow, if not the following day.
He looks at you and says, "You want me to go and activate the taxmen?"
Yes.
My lord, I can activate them, but these are supposed to be completely mint preserved for trials during the...
Of course, Alessandra. However...
This will be the first time they have been...
Yes, Alessandra, I understand. Right? But you have to understand, we are on the precipice of something truly magnificent.
The dream of a cabin boy deckhand taken aboard a pirate ship to look at a flying city and to say, one day, I could be at the helm of a great working of magic.
We will find a way to refurbish them in such a way that no one ever notices, Alessandra. It will not be a problem. And if it is, that is on me. For you, an exception can always be made.
The automata present within the chamber do not bear the glyph of the armor arcane.
You bypassed entirely.
Well, I wasn't going to let bureaucracy slow us down.
This was the first prophecy that was a false prophecy, that we knew that she had gone mad.
The stars are leaving us. Our hands cannot reach, the limbs of the tree can no longer scribe the name of our deliverance. We will soon be as broken as our promises. Avalier shall fall, all shall fall. And from our folly will the hands that forged the world banish themselves from the broken things they have made. This was deemed false.
Yes.
In that...
we spoke to a member of the Octothurge, and we delivered it and said, this is the prophecy. And the Guildmaster of the Guild of Divination decreed that it was false. Because it obviously can't be true.
Obviously.
That was the right decision, wasn't it? Something went wrong. They all went mad.
Yes. I think it is best that we continue to consider that false.
Continue to...
That is false. I misspoke.
Guildmaster, is everything all right?
Yes, of course. Real quick, can I see the stars?
You look up and can see the stars as the fireworks fade.
The oracles there, who of course aim to touch the divine, have been going mad. Their heads filled with false prophecy and lies.
False as in?
Babble, nonsense,
So they think.
things that cannot be true.
You're a man who studies the delineation between when someone is being honest and when someone is telling a lie. And you've been doing this for a long time. There are areas off of that scale that are always the most alarming to you. Because sometimes people say something that they know is not true, and sometimes they say something that they believe is. But there are things that people say that they don't relate to as being true or false. They relate to as being something deeper. And on a 22, you see Nydas saying it's gibberish, and it's not a statement, it's a plea.
I do not like being compelled.
You're not being compelled, you're being...
No, that's what the spell is.
The city is under attack. I understand your desire for clarity, but we need to be working together. And if people would like to withhold certain personal information, that should be all right. I apologize that this is not a moment in which we can all be forthright, but there is business that needs to be done. And I apologize that it cannot be handled in a manner that you enjoy.
Get rid of it. Oh. I'm gonna begin to cast blood.
You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. The limbs of the tree, they must remain.
What?
Do you know this
Why?
tree?
The false prophecies, what I pray were lies, that we heard. They spoke of the limbs of a tree that can no longer scribe. The name of our deliverance will soon be broken, will soon be as broken as our promises. If this is that tree, we cannot be the ones who break it.
Because why?
I don't know. It's prophecy. I don't want to believe it. I do not believe it to be true. But if there's even a chance that it could be, we cannot. You cannot.
I do not care about prophecy. If you do not want me to do this, you will have to stop me. And I try to pull away from his grasp.
I'm gonna hold on. I live not for prophecy, but I live for Avalier. And if Avalier is in danger, if this tree, if its death, its damage, could forsake our city, we cannot touch it. Please! Defender Scimitar, success.
Hey!
Ring of Protection, success.
Yes!
Bag of Holding, failure.
You take 26 points of force damage as the bag of holding, which contains an enormous amount of wealth, explodes, and you feel like magma hot golden coins exploding out into your body. You feel the weight of them like burning down through your innards.
Like a landmine, like...
Into your body.
I think you see an expression of sadness I think in this moment, Nydas wanted this city to be great, and feels as if he's failed. This is his fault. He holds himself responsible for what is happening and his role in enabling it.
Guildmaster, there's chaos outside.
Yes, and we must meet it.
You see, he looks and says, "We've just received word from the Ring of Gold. They require our ships at the top of the city."
Damn the Ring of Gold! The people of Avalir must survive!
Forget the Ring of Gold. What of the treasure in the vault? Our ships for the.
Damn the treasure, all right? The city, the evil we face is beyond anything we know. The material goods mean nothing anymore. Only life. That is what we will serve. That is how this beacon, this city, will survive. Our horde means nothing. Alessander, power up the taxmen. They must defend the people. Badran, you and the Harvest Moon will fight your way to the galley. You will take the people you can with them, as many as you can, get on the ship safely, and you will leave. You will leave and you will go far from this place, far from Vasselheim. It will be done!
You hear Badran, as you are facing him, say, "As you will, Guildmaster," so that he can wait for you to turn your back. And a sword plunges through your stomach from behind as Badran, a pirate, pushes his sword through your torso.
You've lost your mind. At the beginning of time, the gods made all the gold there ever will be. There will always be more people.
Gold. Gold means nothing if you do not use it to lift people up.
Thank you, Guildmaster Nydas Okiro, for creating the Sorcerer's University so that we could study magic.
That was spectacular. You are all going to do a fantastic job at tonight's event. I want to power up all the taxmen and send all but two to deal with the devils in Excelsior Plaza and move out from there. Tell people to head to the galleys. There are 5. Those who cannot teleport can travel out of the city that way. Gold is a resource by which mortaldom climbs. And if you cannot see that, then you have lost your way, Badran. I'm just going to ever so slowly place the blade exactly at his heart, and then just walk forward. Badran, you are a pirate, and I respect you. But Avalir comes before any oath I made in a past life.
And he falls dead. A man stabbed you in the back, and you had the decency to stab him from the front right through the fucking heart. The ships will be ready. That's it.
They will.
The ships will be ready. Yes, Guildmaster. You see, he looks and says, "We will keep them ready. None shall be sent to the Ring of Gold."
None.
The university. Do you want us to send a ship there?
Yes, please.
Yes, it will be done.
As quickly as possible.
A group of about 10 taxmen get to the barricaded door that is being battered on by devils. One of the taxmen and a 14-foot sword blasts through the door, and the taxmen walk out just laying into these devils. Rise! Pheromine hits him with another roar. The sailors of the Harvest Moon come out and join the taxmen. You see a group of devils are like rounding the corner, and a Caro Hulk just straight up runs them over. Just a fucking. And from the roof, you hear, "All right, fellas, let them have it!" And a bunch of Hodmadods take off, and all take their like various sandwich boards for local businesses and just start smacking devils with them. Bah, 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 bah.
Sure, that as well. I look back to Laren and I say, you were meant to pilot us to the future, but now you will pilot us to salvation for Avalia! I will look over at Sarit and say, Vespin Chloris. Not a bad name to have on your list. I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration.
A ship of sorceress children. A young Triton girl, a little dragon sorcerer boy, and a man whose hat has been freshly decandled fly from the city of Avalier. I don't know how to describe what Exandria would have lost. And instead, all of those children with all of the magic within them are taken away. This will be our final roll of this campaign.
Oh, you have bardic inspiration. I do.
This is the Calamity. The DC we are setting is 30. Let's roll the inspiration first.
8.
Okay.
That's a 31.
Ash, heat, rising faster than you can imagine from the earth. And on a 31, at the very top of that cloud, the last member of the brass ring gets to keep his promise to his family. Nydas, in your last moments, you hear a sending from your brother.
Nydas, this is Edalus. We're on the flagship. Where are you? Have you made your way to safety?
Yes, brother. All will be well.
You feel a different sending in this moment. Your brother, with his latent magic, connecting to your heart. And you see 2 young boys on the deck of a ship, looking up under a clear blue sky to a city in the clouds. You think we'll ever get there one day?
Of course we will. With the Okiros. Nothing's going to stop us.
Some things might. I don't know why I say you should get there. Your head's already in the clouds.
Brother! It's important to dream.
It's important to dream. As the life leaves from the wounds put on you by your own creations, you got those kids out. You got the ships to those people. When you think of the future and what people will say of this time, do you think anyone will talk about how beautiful your dream was?
No. But that's all right. Because it was real for us. And for those who survived, they will remember. And it will inspire them to dream of things far greater.